G'day guys, today I'm going to change the outer fascia on this AUXR8. Sorry about the picture, the glare coming through the windscreen is making it difficult. The reason why I'm changing it is I'm removing the gauge. It used to have a boost gauge here, which is for obvious reasons, and once I removed it I had this hole. So I put the Innovate wideband air fuel ratio gauge here. While it looks alright, I kind of don't really like it there. I like the original clean look, so I'm going to swap the fascia out for another one that I've cleaned up and painted. I may put the AFR gauge down the bottom here in a gauge pod. First of all, I'm going to have to move the gear shift out of the way. I'm going to have to pull the stereo and the fascia out. And there's I think there's 2 screws underneath here in the ashtray, and there's 2 screws behind the stereo, and to a point it all just unclips, and I'll do that and I'll come back. Alright, got the stereo out. Probably should have pointed out that if you've got an aftermarket stereo, it's pretty easy. If you have the factory stereo, you need a special tool, or you make something up, because they've got 2 pins either side where you've got to put the tool in, move it either way and pull the original head unit out. But I don't have one, so I don't have to worry. There's a screw just there, either side, and the 2 down the bottom that I've already showed you. Gonna have to undo them and then pull the fascia off. Right, now got the screws out, got the gauge out, shovel the wires back in so you can't find them later. Just make sure it's all... for some reason the car is moving. What the fuck? Alright, back in business. Now this really just clips in. It's a little hard. You just go around, get bit by bit. Whatever, you don't use a butter knife or a screwdriver because it just damages the edge of your fascia. That's it. Now I've got the fun part of got to unplug the plugs, the vacuum lines, the clock, and there's a cable, which is probably the most awkward part. Okay, haven't made a lot of progress, but I'm getting there. Decided to, rather than battle the cable at the back here, which runs down behind the glove box, I'll remove the glove box and I'll unclip it from the heater box from behind the glove box. To remove the glove box, you just pull in both sides at the same time, and you just pull up. That's it, it's out. And the cable I want to do is that there. You've got to unclip it from here, unclip it from here, and it should pull out with the fascia. You get a screwdriver just under the edge, flip it up, pull it out. Well, that kind of worked. Once you undo the 2 power cords, you got this, we call it a vacuum manifold, which is clipped on here with these 2 tabs. Bit of a squeeze, bit of a jiggle, it comes out. This is the cable I undid, and then the fascia comes off. That's it. Now I've got to pull the vent panel, the clock, and the heater control panel off this one and screw it to the other one. Alright. Unscrew the clock. This heater panel, well, vent, I should say, is just check the screws that they're all the same, otherwise it doesn't matter if you mix them up if they're the same. Okay, here's a third one. And this is much the same, it's just 4 screws. Same screw, but oh, you bitch. Drop the screw in the gravel. You are not my friend. Where the fuck are you? Yeah. It pushes it out. Oh. Okay. Anyway, that pulls off. Yeah, here's the old one. Don't have another space, but and here's what we're putting in. Yeah. As you probably tell, it's glossy. It's been painted in a graphite mica or mica metallic. Kind of a dime a dozen for just a standard AU, but finding a good clean fascia without buying a genuine new one's pretty hard, so thought, why not spruce it up with a bit of paint? So now I've got to flip it over and put it together. Alright. Now it's just the reversal. Except because it's freshly painted, I've got to be a little gentle with it. What I'm doing is these plastics are rather weak. Sometimes you go to screw forward and it'll jam, so I go back until it clicks, like it starts its thread, and then screw it up. Because this plastic shit's pretty weak. The thread holes crack real easy. And done. New fascia ready to go in. Now that's all done, everything's swapped over. I feed the fascia with that cable down in this gap down here. It's going to be interesting. That shouldn't be too bad. Definitely can't do it one-handed though, so let's see if I can get it in there. Alright, got all the wires in. Everything's in place. You just got to very gently push the clips back in. Just clips in. It's in. Done. Okay, now I've got to put the screws in, put the stereo back in, and not to forget the heater cable. You can turn left and right. Right is fully extended. Cold is all the way back. Just get the cable and push it back up in its little happy tab. Because it's full cold, it's fully retracted, you push it so it's in the right spot, clip it in, lock the tab down, right, cool, done. The glove box is kind of the reversal of the removal. You line the pins up at the bottom, push, and then it's in. Alright, now the stereo. Alright, finally got the stereo back in. Everything's connected, everything's working. And obviously because I painted and replaced the fascia, I painted the ashtray as well. That's it, she's done. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.